thank you very much, Tobias the Owl. Great to have you on here. So you're a pretty recent arrival, and would you say you're kind of a man of the road right now? You said you came up here from LA, but you're from Toronto,
yeah,
right?
and there was some St. Louis in there. There was some Texas in there. So I've been around. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of a man of the road. Yeah.
And are you chasing love? Are you running from love? What's driving the sound right now?
Well, I came up here for a job, but I've lived in Seattle for a while. I mean, I've been visiting Seattle for a while. I came up here for the job, but I've always been really impressed with the music scene up here. Whenever I visited, I've gotten to know some great people here. And every city has great musicians, but I think what really impresses me the most about Seattle is not just the greatness of the musicians, but the love that gets exchanged between musicians. So I actually got diagnosed with leukemia, and I got to know Seattle because I came up here to get chemotherapy. I'm in remission now, so I'm totally healthy. But that's kind of how I got to know a lot of musicians here. And it was one of my last shows that I was going to play before I got really sick and got chemotherapy that I met a guy named Jonah Tolchin who used to be in the city. And I was pretty much going to quit music, and then he started covering some of my songs, and that reinvigorated my whole musical life. And hearing my songs through him was really added a lot of beauty to them. And that's so I really owe Seattle my music career currently.
Well, some of the songs are really sad and kind of haunting. You mentioned having ice on your wings and hitting the ground, and she'll never hear the sound. Is any stories behind this? Any things like behind some of these songs that are interesting?
Yeah, Low Life is that's the song you're quoting is Low Life, and that's been people. That seems to be really one of the songs that really resonates with people. So that's the song that Jonah covers. It's actually on his album Clover Lane, because he actually got signed to Yep Rock Records, and his album is now one of the top 10 most played albums on NPR. So he did that song on his album, and he actually sang it with the guy from Deer Tick, John McCauley, who's always been a musical hero of mine. So hearing Jonah and John McCauley playing my song on their album was like, it's one of the highlights of my musical career. And I think that's going to be on HBO's TV show Shameless next year too. So that's kind of nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So I didn't answer the question. I didn't tell you anything about the story behind that song, but I'm glad you like it. That's one of the songs that's on my EP that's going to get released on October 19th.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And you sort of advertise that your music is meant to be a tribute, sort of what'd you put it? It's meant to calm the life's tribulations. So I guess our audience out there would be wondering, are you getting results?
Well, I mean, I think the more your songs resonate with other people, the more you realize that whatever you're going through is part of a common human condition. So I guess the answer is answered by the audience. So hopefully the songs resonate with the audience members. And I think if you're feeling the songs the way I feel them, then they've done their job, and they're kind of healing to both of us. I think when my songs resonate with other people is really when the healing power is appreciated, I think.
Sure. Well, we certainly enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. We were lucky to get you. I know you're busy right now. You've got an EP coming out. What's the title?
The EP is called Painting Zeros by Your Name, and I really want to give a huge shout out to the people who produced my album, which is Marvin Etzioni, who's a wonderful, wonderful guy. He produced Counting Crows, Toad the Wet Sprocket, and he's been a really good friend to me musically. And also the drummer for Tobias the Owl and the multi-percussionist and also producer Scott Seaver. He's on tour right now. But again, my music on the EP and everywhere else, everything else that I do is, the life breathed into it is life breathed by great people like Marvin and Scott who are producing it. Yeah.
And I have to ask you, did Steven, your drummer percussionist, did he do the track? Scott Seaver, I'm sorry. Did he do the track for the Flight of the Conchords opening theme on their TV show? Was that him?
No.
I've always loved that little thing.
He did a couple of their songs. I think he did Business Time. So whenever he calls,
Enough said.
Yeah. Whenever he calls me on my phone, that's the ringtone that comes in. Yeah. But yeah, he's producing Amy Mann's next album right now. So he's having a lot of success right now. But Marvin and Scott and Jonah are the three people that really, without the three of them, the album definitely wouldn't have happened.
Thank you so much for playing for us. Enjoyed a bunch. So Plastic Jet fans, tune in on October 4th at 7 p.m. For the next edition, and we will see you then. Hope you enjoyed it.